1380.
Record will reflect your intention. House Bill 5918, Mr. Thapedi, I understand there's an amendment. Please put the bill back in the order of second reading and read the bill, Mr. Clerk.
House Bill 5918, a bill for an act concerning education. The bill is read for a second time previously. Floor Amendment number 3 has been adopted. Floor Amendment number 5 is offered by Representative Thapedi.
Mr. Thapedi on the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members of the House, I offer and move for the adoption of Floor Amendment number 5 to House Bill 5918. Believe it or not, this actually removes all opposition to the bill, and I'd like to debate it on third reading.
Those in favor of the amendment say yes. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The amendment is adopted. Mr. Clerk.
No further amendments, no motions are filed.
Third reading, please read the bill.
House Bill 5918, a bill for an act concerning education. Third reading of this House bill.
Thapedi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members of the House. House Bill 5918 has become well known in this chamber over the last couple of weeks. I'm pleased to report that there is no, I repeat, no opposition whatsoever to this bill. I want to thank especially Adam Rogalski and Sean Denny for their tireless efforts on this bill. These two gentlemen went to the mat for their members day after day and night after night to protect their members' respective interests. I also want to commend Jim Reed, Commissioner Larry Suffredin, Ariel Johnson, and Javon Conway for their aggressive yet meaningful work to get us to this point. This bill passed the Charter School Policy Committee unanimously, and it's my understanding that this has never happened before. House Bill 5918 remains an innocuous charter school transparency bill. The bill does primarily two essential things. Of course, there are other issues with charter schools that are interesting and worthy of discussion, but this bill only has two primary components, and those two components are the ones that are before this body today. As for the first component of House Bill 5918, the current state of the law allows a new charter school to initially operate for 10 long years before it is required to reapply for a subsequent 5-year term. This is far too long for an inadequate, underperforming charter school to operate. This is a statutory loophole that can easily be exploited. To close this loophole, this bill cuts the initial operating period in half to 5 years and transposes the length of time the charter may initially operate and then reapply with detailed performance metrics. It was these performance metrics that formed the basis of the disagreement between all of the parties involved. The final primary component to House Bill 5918 addresses loans awarded from the essentially defunct Charter School Revolving Loan Fund. This fund is operated by the State Board of Education and provides loans to charter schools for soft startup costs as well as materials. The fund currently has a little over or a little less than $27,000 in it. After being decimated by sweeps, there appears to be no plans to replenish the funds, but if it is replenished, House Bill 5918 reshapes the fund to ensure that the money is spent in the correct and appropriate way. To be clear, Mr. Speaker, this bill does not tinker with Section 27A7A through C of the school code, which sets forth the criteria for the awarding of charter schools, nor does the bill modify Sections 27A9B of the school code, which sets forth the test for the renewal of charter schools. Equally, if not more importantly, this bill also does not modify the revocation procedures set forth in Section 27A9C of the school code. And if members look at the bill on its face, you will see these provisions in the law, and you will see that they remain completely untouched. I also, Mr. Speaker, lastly want to thank the current rosters of co-sponsors that stuck it out with me on this bill, that even though with external pressures and robocalls, they stuck it out with me and didn't bail on me and didn't bail on the bill, and I want to thank the current rosters of co-sponsors for doing that. So as a result, Mr. Speaker, I'm available to answer any and all questions, and after I do so, I'll ask for a green vote.
Sir, you've apparently answered all questions. Those in favor of the bill will vote yes. Opposed, no. The voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Nothing. Have all voted who wish? Have all voted who wish? Mr. Clerk, please take the record on this question. There are 103 voting yes, 1 voting no, 1 voting present, and this bill, having received the constitutional majority, is hereby declared passed.